Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra and I'm here at the Royal Ranthambore Presents BT Golf. And with me joining in is somebody very, very special. I have with me in this golf cart Dr. Vijay Anand Reddy. He's the director of Polo Hyderabad. Welcome, sir, and thank you so much for speaking to us on Business Today TV. How's your game going so far at the Royal Ranthambore Presents BT Golf?
To be honest, not that good, but I'm enjoying the game.
What do you think of this tournament and what is the USP you find of this tournament? Have you played?
Wonderful getting along with so many people coming across the country, and it's played across the country. So sweet, nice to meet different sections of people. Being a doctor, I always meet doctors all around. Now, meeting different kind of people working in different areas, so it's pleasure to meet all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does golf mean to you? Could you talk to us about golf or describe it in a word or in a sentence?
To put it short, golf is exactly simulates our life.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And it connects with your own profession as well. So, how does golf really help you, take decisions back home, which is very, very in your hospital, which are very, very tough. It deals with life, it deals with a lot of situations, tough situations. How does golf really help you?
First of all, it's really recreating, and I would always say it keeps you grounded and it keeps you cool. And a profession like me, I'm a cancer specialist. I go through a lot of mental stress dealing with my patients. It calms down and cools down a lot, and I look forward for the next morning golf game that gives me some kind of a boost to come back to my clinic and deal with my patients. In fact, if I win a game, and that gives me great pleasure to come back to the office and with a big smile and dealing with my patients. And in my four ball, most of my colleagues want me to win, and they always say that Daksha, if you win, yeah, the patients will have a good time with you. So that's what it helps me a lot. And I always keep in my lectures, I keep talking to people saying that people should get into some kind of a sport, and golf is the best of all.
Okay.
And it's the best, I would say, meditation than anybody could do. You stand in front of the God and you try to pray for a couple of minutes, and your mind wanders around and you can't hold your mind. But when you are playing a game, your complete focus is on that game.
That's
So that's a true medication, I would say, and that helps you a lot mentally, physically, and it helps you in concentration of whatever you do in your life.
Absolutely, that's very well put. And also, you since you belong to the healthcare industry, we've gone through this entire 2.5, 3 years of pandemic, which has been an unprecedented event. A lot of challenges for healthcare workers such as yours, who've been the frontline workers too. Help me understand what was the real impact. How did you assess the impact of the pandemic on the industry and on golfers as well? And how do things pan out now going forward from here?
Actually, I would take it in a positive way. So somehow, we started learning that there's no need to do a rat race and keep yourself cool, calm. The pandemic has taught us several lessons in the sense that you don't need to, be busy all the time. You can find time for your own self. Finding time to your own self is more important than running the rat race. So that pandemic has really helped, and of course, financially it has slowed down, but mentally it helps so many people across the globe. I feel that pandemic has really made people to understand the value of being cool, the value of being with the family, the value of being taking care of your own self. So in several ways, it did help.
How has the industry shaped up post the pandemic? Are we better off in India for the healthcare industry as a whole? Are we better prepared to tackle any future events like this?
That's a wonderful question. So that if you across the globe, people were really worried whether India is going to take care of that such a big thing which has happened across the Europe and US. Several people died and they could not manage, and they were always had a doubt about the Indian people managing the show, and we did it wonderfully. We did really wonderfully.
We led the way in many ways.
Yes, and of course, I think also that our people had more immunity compared to the Western world and European world, and we did face that situation very coolly, and we got geared up to that situation, and majority of the doctors really worked really hard, and none of us, in fact, I never stayed at home for a single day throughout the entire pandemic. We were attending to the hospital every day, and we were enjoying taking care of the patients. We were never scared of it. And in fact, I had 2 times, 3 times COVID positive, but I continued to work. That's a spirit that, we entire doctor community in the entire country was geared up, and it's a hats off to them.
Okay, is COVID behind us completely? If you can give us any expert advice on it.
Yeah, if you look at all the pandemics across the globe, which in the past all the pandemics were around 2 years, and it slowed down, the virus becomes less virulent, and then we can carry. It's one of the flus, one of the common cold nowadays. We don't even bother to wear masks, and we don't even get tested in our country, especially in our team and in the hospital. I never ask people to get tested. Somebody has a cold, we might be having. It's like H1N1 virus, which was seriously taken in the past. Now that's nobody bothers about it. So it's like any other common cold, and you don't need to worry about it.
All right. Well, many thanks, Dr. Reddy, for being with
Pleasure.
us and speaking to us about all these critical issues as well. And here's wishing you all the very best for the game today.
Pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Presented by Royal Ranthambore Heritage Collection.